a PC who has just been sentenced to 9 years in prison. This fella, or this depraved beast, should we call him. So that is Dean Dempster from Greater Manchester Police, who actually pleaded guilty to SA of a 6-year-old child. Now, this, 2 seconds while I get back on this, depraved beast, like it said, was called out to an incident at a home. Imagine this. Now, I don't know exactly what the incident was, but I'm assuming it seems as though it was some sort of domestic. And the coppers have been called out to the house, and he has took this 6-year-old girl, vulnerable 6-year-old girl, who has been witnessing some sort of atrocities in this house. And he has took her in a different room to question her, to see what had been going on in the house. And whilst he had her in the other room, bear in mind there was a few coppers in the house, he's took her to a room by herself, just the two of them, to question her, to see what had been going on inside the house. And the dirty, sick beast, S.A., the young lass. So that young lass must have been frightened for her life. The coppers coming to the house, him taking her into a side room to question her, to see what had actually been going on. And this horrible bacon beast, S.A., that poor 6-year-old lass. Now, what must have happened was, it was reported, whether or not it was the parents that was in the house, have actually told what's happened while this poor little lass has been took into a side room of this beast who's supposed to be there to protect her. Worst of the worst. So she's obviously informed the guardians, whoever was looking after her. Then they've gotten back in touch with the police, told them what had happened, and I'll just read out the story, what is on here. And I'll just put the picture of the beast back up whilst I read you this story. So it says on here, a depraved PC who S.A., a 6-year-old girl, while on duty, and superimposed his face onto child images, has been jailed. Former Greater Manchester Police officer Dean Dempster, 35, pleaded guilty to S.A., the child, when responding to a disturbance in Oldham in December 2023, and 6 counts of making images. Thousands of indecent images were discovered when his device were seized, with more than 100 graded as Category A, the most seriously. He was jailed at Liverpool Crown Court for 9 years and ordered to sign the S Offenders Register for life. Dempster of West Didsbury, Manchester, joined the force in 2021 and was one of 3 officers responding to a domestic incident involving an adult and children on the 29th of December 2023. It was while taking an account from the 6-year-old girl away from colleagues, he S.A. her. He was arrested the next day and investigated by GMP's Professional Standards Directorate and for further offending under the direction of the Independent Office for Police Conduct. So it goes on to say, a search of Dempster's home revealed further serious offending, including making images of kids, the CPS has said. So I'll just put this back on a second because you'll probably be sick of looking at that fucking beast's face. So it goes on to say 4 pairs of folded kids' underwear, shredded underwear in a bag, a disc of images, and 2 hard drives were also seized along with his devices. Dempster's mobile phone and iPad were found to contain 104 indecent images, graded as Category A, 444 Category B images, and 2,500 Category C images. The CPS said they had been downloaded between December 2021 until the 29th of December 2023. A large number of the pseudo images had been superimposed to depict Dempster with kids. Images taken from his body-worn video camera from December 2023 incident on another incident were also found on his mobile phone. The victims of both families have been made aware and kept updated. What a sick, depraved beast he is doing that to that poor lass when he's out there getting called out to a domestic call. I'll just go on to see what else it says. It's put on. Deputy Chief Constable Terry Wood said, I am angry and appalled at this abhorrent abuse of responsibility and trust. We commend the bravery of this young victim for coming forward. Goes on to say they apologise to the family. He was immediately, obviously, suspended. And it's took up until now for him to plead guilty eventually, because he couldn't do nothing else but plead guilty. So it goes on to say through his training and work, he would have also been aware of profound harmful impact that SA can have on victims. Of course, he knew exactly what he was doing. He was using his power to betray the people, use that trust to do what he was doing, the sick, depraved beast, what he is. Doing that to Bacons is obviously the Bacons, the nonces, when they get sent to prison, they should be on normal location. There should be it would be a bit of a deterrent for them if they were all just mixed in like they used to be in Durham. Because when we were in Durham and we found out about these Bacons in there, they didn't half get the hidings of the life. But it's exactly what they deserve, them type of prisoners. They're going in there, getting put on the VP wings, getting protected when they're anything but vulnerable. VP stands for vulnerable prisoner, but that copper there, or ex-copper now, they'll be going straight onto protection. But someone somewhere down the line will get a hold of them, because that's what happens to all of these Bacons inside.